welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Frances, and if you're a regular subscriber, welcome and thank you so much. I am extremely humbled by the fact that you come and you watch my videos, and I just appreciate that so much. You have no idea. You take time out of your day, and you know, there's nothing more precious than our time, and every time you spend it with me it's just a blessing. So thank you very much. So today I had this idea to do a video. Now, if someone else has done it, please let me know who they are so I can go and watch, and also link it down below. But I couldn't find one exactly like this. I found top 10, you know, fragrances you can't live without, that sort of thing, but I haven't seen, and this is kind of similar, and it's, if I were to only keep the fragrances in my collection that I absolutely die hard love and couldn't imagine my life without. This is a fun tag, guys, so I'm going to tag a bunch of ladies and guys and whoever to do it. And if you feel like, you know, jumping on that wagon, then please do. I'd love for you to do this tag. So basically it is, now I know it's a lot easier for me to do it because I only have about 40 fragrances in my collection. It has gone up slightly. But if I were to only pick the ones that I love, I mean, there's lots of fragrances in there that I will, I mean, obviously I'm not going to get rid of them. I like, duh. But, I mean, there's lots of fragrances that I really, really, really like, and I use them constantly. But if I were to only keep the ones that I love, I mean love, then this is the video for you. And I hope you do this tag. So I think I picked 12 out of my 40 collection. So that's pretty good. And these are, now some of them are discontinued, but I do have backups. And to be honest, I love them. So regardless to whether they are, you know, discontinued or a limited edition or whatever, I'm still putting them in my collection of Die Hard loves. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. I'm not going to put these in any particular order because that would be unfair to the perfumes, because I don't want to offend any of them. Okay? Okay. I love you all. I love you all. So let's get started. I'm going to start with a real classic, and it's something I'll have for the rest of my life. And it is none other than Chanel No. 5. Now, I mean, you either love this fragrance or you don't. It's a very aldehydic fragrance. It's very powdery. It's very sensual. Or you could just absolutely hate it. But it is a classic. It has lasted throughout time, and there's got to be some credit given to this fragrance. This is my, I believe this is my second 100 ml bottle. I have slowed down on the first bottle. I just kind of flew through. In the second bottle, then I started to really get into fragrances. So, but that smell. And this bottle is probably about 4 years old now, and I think it's gotten better with time, to be quite honest. It's just so good. I often sleep in this one. I don't wear it a lot out anymore because I have so many others, but yeah, this is a classic, and it's definitely one that I absolutely love and makes me happy when I smell it. And it's just the most decadent fragrance to wear to bed. So that's one. Next one I'm going to go with, and it's just, you know, in my heart forever and ever. I blind bought it. I found it during, you know, this past crazy couple of years, and it is none other than Hot Couture by Givenchy. And I have a backup bottle of this. I buy this for my 2 daughter-in-laws. They love it also. This is a very, opens with raspberries, pepper. This is the EDT, so it's not as peppery as the EDP. It is sweeter than the EDP, but it lasts exactly as long, just exactly the same. I've tested both of them, and I can see no difference in longevity. The projection is as good as the EDP. So I just prefer this one. My kids prefer this one. And it just gives me a great comforting feeling. I love it so much that I will never ever not have this in my collection. And these are fragrances that that I have been loving for quite a long time. There's a few in here that I've acquired in the past several months, but these are fragrances that, you know, like I have either liked when I got them and then fell in love with afterwards. But yeah, Hot Couture is definitely one that I love with a passion. I mean, these are all passions. So next one, and a real affordable one, and it's Sofia Vergara. Now, I got this, and I did a video comparing this one to Mademoiselle, and it has definitely similar vibes. I showed this in my spring collection. It's just such a beautiful fragrance. It opens with this delicious, fresh plum and blackberries. Then it goes into a very light floral, violets. It has a slight hint of pepper in there. Now, I'm not sure if there's any pepper in it or not, but it has a little slight hint of pepper, which just blends in so nicely to the fruits, the fresh fruits. There's also rose, a little bit hint of rose, although I don't really get that much rose. And then it's just it dries down to a lovely, soft, powdery vanilla and sandalwood. There's a little bit of sandalwood in there, but it's a love for me. It's totally a love for me. Mademoiselle is not a love for me, and they're not the same, but they definitely have that that similarity. And it's not just me that compares it to that. It's pretty much everyone who owns this one will compare it to Sofia Vergara, and that is just a love for me. I'll always have this in my collection. Well, at least for the next 6 months anyway. Remember, guys, this is a fun video. Anyway, that's another one that is a total love for me. Now I'm going to talk about one that when I first bought it, it was just meh for me. It was really nothing out of the ordinary. I thought it was a little bit disappointing, although I did only spend under $50. Now you will see it on the market now for a lot more than that, and it rarely goes for under $100. And it is none other than Loewe Solo. Now, I got this probably maybe a year and a half ago, and I have used it. I love it. I love the bottle. The bottle is one of the most beautiful bottles in my collection. But when I got it, as you say, I sprayed it, and it just, you know, just like whatever, right? But I brought it out this past week, and look at that sprayer, guys. That is the most stunning, beautiful bottle. The lid is heavy. The sprayer it comes out like a mist. But I fell in love with this fragrance this past week. I could not believe it. I thought, oh, I'm just going to bring that out and just spray it, you know, but I fell in love with it. Whether it has matured and smells better now than it did when I first got it, which is very possible, because some fragrances do get better with age. I'm not sure what it was, but when I first got it, all I could get was the sharpness. And now when I spray it, I get this fresh, peeled, Well, first of all, there is like a spice in there, and I can't remember what that spice is. Is it cardamom or something? It's kind of like a peppery smell. And that comes out, but it also throws off this amazing peeled, freshly peeled mandarin orange that it's spring in a bottle. Now, this is supposed to be a fruity gourmand. There's very little gourmand about it, but I think what it does, like there is, I believe there's like a milky note in it, and there's also praline, which is kind of like a chocolatey thing, and I think there's maybe caramel and vanilla in it. So that's why it dries down slightly. It's very slightly gourmand. But this is summer. This is spring, summer, fall. Now, when I first got it, I think it was probably late fall, and it was super cold, and I sprayed it on, and it just disappeared. I just became like immune to it, or whatever that word is. What's that word? What's that word? Where your nose doesn't smell things. And it was gone in an hour. Now, I wore this yesterday. I wore it the day before. At nighttime, I wore it going to bed at night, and then I showered. Then I could smell it the next morning, and then I got up the next morning, I showered, and I loved it so much that I put it back on again. So I was going to declutter this, but I couldn't bear to declutter it because I loved the bottle, but I didn't love the juice. And I have grown to love this. It's just beautiful. But and that mandarin orange stays right down to the very end. It's just, it's stunning. And the cardamom is, of course, the top note, but I can smell it through the nozzle. It's just so gorgeous. It's, yeah, and I don't even know what cardamom smells like. I think you cook with cardamom, but it's like a peppery smell to me. It's coming across, but it's, this one, just absolutely love it. And I know a lot of people who decluttered it should have kept it. Now, this is a discontinued fragrance that is, back in the day, was a super affordable fragrance, and my girlfriend had it, and we went away for the weekend, and all I could smell was this amazing smell on her. It was, I think it was a spring breakaway or early summer breakaway. So it was, the weather was nice, it was warmish, and we were able to go out of the chalet and barbecue and stuff like that. So it smelled really good, and I had to have it. It wasn't her signature fragrance. She's kind of like me. She does not have a signature fragrance. She has multiple fragrances. So for me, you know, to steal her fragrance was not a big deal because it wasn't a signature, and it was just a real affordable one. And I'm going to tell you what it is right now. It is discontinued, but I have a backup bottle which will probably last me, this bottle and the next bottle will probably last me for my time on this earth. And it is none other than Celine Dion Sensational. This bottle, I think, was $20. Now on the market, like eBay, places like that, it's going for $100, $200, $300. Like, that's insane. This is purely, it is a simple fragrance. The sprayer is terrible, it's plastic, and it does not work well. There we go. This is amazing, it just transports me back to that time. It's sweet, but it's fresh, and it's a pear, and the notes on it are frozen pear. Now, I don't know what a frozen pear smells like, but obviously it's a fresh pear because it's not cooked. It's not that kind of pear. It smells to me like a fresh pear that you cut open, but it did say frozen pear, so I would take that with a pinch of salt, but it smells to me like a fresh pear. It also has a soapy vibe to it, which is not for everyone, but I wear this in spring and summer only. Like, I would, like, mostly summer, because it doesn't last a long time. So this fragrance was actually launched in 2008. So it's, you know, it's been around for a while. And it says here that the top notes are apple, pear, plum. Middle notes are freesia, jasmine, lily of the valley, rose, mimosa, root, and the base notes are musk and amber. So it's just, to me, it's just plum. Very slight hint of lily of the valley in there, and the flowers are very fresh. This is a soapy, get out of the shower kind of fragrance, and I will keep it in my collection as long as I have it, because it is so good. Not for everyone, it's not everyone's cup of tea if you don't like, and it's also a little aquatic. It's just perfect. It's perfect for summer. I wear it in the springtime. It's great. So that's another one that I absolutely love. Now this video is going to be really long. I may have to make it into two videos. The next one is Elizabethan Rose. You all know how much I love this fragrance. Can't wait to spray it. This will be the first I've sprayed it in a while. This rose reminds me of a English garden, but it has hazelnut at the top, which is really unique in my opinion. Very unique to a fragrance where you would get hazelnut and rose at the very top. This has several different kinds of roses in it, and then it has this amazing dry down of vetiver. So it's different roses. It's a hazelnut or a hazelnut leaf, which is so unique, and then it dries down with that lovely fresh vetiver. This is a summer fragrance. It's perfect for a summer evening. It's perfect for a summer day. It's perfect for a lovely warm spring day. I don't wear it in the fall usually, but you can wear whatever you want whenever you want. You know what I mean? But I have enough fragrances where I can split them up. I used to have signature fragrances. I maybe had about 3-4 fragrances, and I would just wear them anytime, any weather, anywhere. But this one here is just the most delicious, gorgeous summer fresh rose garden that, and I will always have this one in my collection as long as they continue to make it. Moving on to another one that's also what's the word I'm looking for? It's also discontinued. Excuse me. And it is Want by D Squared. Now, I have Want Ginger. It's almost the same, only it's a little bit slightly more pepperish. This one has a little bit of pepper. But if I had to pick one over the other, this one just has a slight edge that I like it. This one just gives me it just has a very slight edge to Want Ginger. Now check out this sprayer. Look at that. This is Gourmand. I have a backup bottle of this, so this will probably last me for a long time, although I have to say, look, it's almost finished. See? This one's almost finished. This is vanilla, and caramel. That's all I'm going to say. This is just a dream. This is a vanilla, caramel, gourmand, expensive smelling dream. Next one is another Penhaligon's, and I have a few really affordable fragrances in here. Next one is Artemisia. This will always be in my collection. This is a super great fragrance for... This fragrance was actually launched in 2002, but it has not dated since the day it was developed. And I'm going to tell you what the notes are in this one. It opens with nectarine. It has green notes. Middle notes are violet, vanilla, lily of the valley, and tea. This one's gorgeous. This has a real fresh smelling of like a white tea, not a green tea. And it has jasmine, green apple. Base notes are sandalwood, oak moss, and amber. So that's another one that I will always have for the rest of my life. Now another really affordable one that I just found quite recently through Abby. Thank you, Abby. You sent me a sample of this one. And it's Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. And this smells expensive. And I have to tell you guys, the next fragrance I'm going to show you smells a lot like this, and it's a lot more expensive. This one is, this one's more gourmand, and it has more caramel, and it's sweeter, but this is a great expensive smelling fragrance. It's very gourmand. It's got that creamy dry down. It's got caramel, vanilla. Gosh, what else has it got in it? I don't even know what else is in it. It's just gorgeous. And the next one I'm going to show, and I will always keep this. I love this so much. And I grew to love it more and more. When I first smelled it, I wasn't too keen on it. And then as the time went by, I loved it more and more. And a fragrance that I've just recently added to my collection, and I'm loving this, really love this, and it is Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle. This is the original La Belle. I just received it a couple of months ago, and I've already put a big dent in it already. But these two have similarities, and they're not sisters by any means. They're probably a good solid cousin, and they both open. Let me just spray this one. The difference between this one and this one is the pear. It's definitely the pear on the opening. But if you, I'm going to spray it on my hand, and then I'm going to spray this one on the other hand. This one is more citrusy. This one is sweeter. But these have a very strong similarity. I'm not kidding you. It's there. It's definitely there. This one is fresher. This one is sweeter. And it's the pear. I don't think there's pear in this one, but yeah, I actually found a video of someone else comparing them, and if I can find it again, I'm going to link it down below. I was really, I just couldn't put my finger on what does this smell like. When I got this, I thought, what does this smell like? So I went to see what does La Belle smell like, and the video of these two compared came up. And it's more on the dry down than it is on the opening. Oh, it's there. It's incredible. I don't know what it is that's in it. I don't know. But if you have both of these, tell me, test them out and tell me. Yeah, so anyway, these are two that I will always keep in my collection for always. And this is not the last one, next to last one. It's Serge Datura Noir, and this is the Datura, or the Datura flower. This is very fresh, but it also has a coconutty, very summery, very beachy smell to it. But it smells to me like I get hints of daffodils. Does the Datura flower smell like daffodils? See, I don't know. But it's just simply gorgeous. I'm so glad I have this in my collection. It's since gone up in price quite a bit. I paid $55 for it. And yeah, it's a beautiful fragrance, either wear spring or summer. And it's one of their more easy blind buys. This was a blind buy, and I bought it because of Chantel Tiffany. Thank you, Chantel. I love it. I've gone through quite a bit of it, made quite a dent in it. And yeah, it has that very nice, fresh opening of daffodil. And there is no daffodil in it, but that's what it smells like to me. And that stays throughout the whole fragrance. It's just lovely. So, and last but not least, is my absolutely stunning Insolence by Guerlain. And, you know, this is just straight up violets to me. It's just Parma violets. It's just gorgeous. So anyway, if you would like to do this video, I would be honored. I'm going to link a bunch of ladies down below, and maybe a couple of guys in there as well. Okay, that is my true loves only. And if you would like to do this video, this tag video, I would be thrilled. Don't feel obliged, even if I have linked you down below. Don't feel obliged that you have to do it. And as I say, if anyone knows if it's been done before, then, you know, please let me know, and I'll link their video, and I would love to watch it also. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in my next video. And what do I always say? Don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle. Hi. Oh my gosh, I forgot to add this incredible fragrance, and the reason why I forgot to add it was because I just emptied a bottle of it and I forgot to open the new bottle, and it's Terracotta by Guerlain. And I'm about to do an unboxing. This was a backup, and I'm about to do an unboxing and spray it for you guys. I've had this for about a year, so I guess I went through the other ones really quickly with that beautiful new bottle. That didn't go well, and it is just beautiful. I love it so much. I will always have it. Now, it is a limited edition, and it may run out, but right now in Canada there are tons of them. This is the epitome of white floral. This is just a fragrance to walk on the beach with. You know how much I love this. And it's got hints of coconut. I don't smell the coconut. It also is in the same family as Serge Lutens' Datura Noir. Very, very similar vibes. This one here, I would say, might be slightly fresher. This one is sweeter, and yeah, the tiare flower. Oh, it's got jasmine in it. It's just the most delicious fragrance ever. And now I've opened this bottle, I will be getting another one just to have as a backup bottle. So these little things flip around. I swear there's a conspiracy. I'm just gonna wear this one today. Yeah, I'm just gonna wear it. I'm just gonna wear it. It's just so good. Just wear it, Francis. Just wear it. Just bathe in it. Just bathe in it. Just bathe in it. Anyway, guys, that I had to just throw that in at the very last minute, and love you all, and I'm hoping to see you guys do this because I want to see what is your true loves and only loves. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see what you pick. Love you guys.